Hello everyone, welcome back to Where's My Egg? We're at a very tricky point of the game where there's only two puzzles to solve. Well, there's three, but wait, is there three? Or are there three, I guess is the actual question. Or is it? Yeah, there are three. And I'm stuck on both of them. So walk alone is what we looked at last time, so we're going to delay this time. This one, which is most frustrating because it has two swappers in it and it's impossible to walk around without getting caught out by them. Okay. What's my plan here? Because I get very exhausted if I spend more than like an hour in a single attempt. So maybe I'll cap this to an hour and we'll just we'll treat that as like a healthier way to try and solve these puzzles and like a more productive way to solve the puzzles rather than getting stuck in one thing and just doing that for 2 hours, whatever. Step away, come back, step away, come back. Just keep doing that over and over and over again. So this one, the goal is have a laser come out of that one. So push this one north, then have a laser come out of it, which has to happen, which means that it's got to switch from being a pushable block to a portable block. Then I step through it, then I go to the exit. That is literally the goal here. 100% that's the goal. There's no other ending that happens here. I guess I could consider other things, but I'm almost certain that's what it wants me to do. Hence why it's called delay. We need to delay the creation of the teleport, effectively. This is definitely the one that feels like it has the biggest fuzzy middle. We talked about it before, like the kind of beginning of it. Sure, I can see the beginning of this puzzle, like it's right in front of me. The end of it, sure, I can see that as well. But like the steps to get between, I have no idea, and I have nothing to like pull on to get anywhere. So this is currently the most terrifying puzzle to me. You can never pair to you, as far as I'm aware. We did test a bunch of things to do with like what happens if you swap in front of it. Can you then pair? But no, if the laser's pointing at you, you just become like activated like you are, and then you can't pair anymore. Okay. Given that, since you two can't pair, only you and you can pair. The swapper, the left-facing swapper and the thing, or the left-facing swapper and me. But then what's the other swapper pairing with? Possibly the left-facing swapper or me, or that's basically it. That's the options. But then what do I do with that? I wish there was like something more over here that communicated like, it's not just that I need this, but I need to do it in some specific, like the delay needs to start happening in some specific spots where like, well, like if I knew I had to get from here to here, for example, that'd be great because then I know, well, I need a delay that's at least that many turns. Or if I knew that if it was possible to say that that's impossible, therefore it has to happen while I'm standing here. Although, like, this kind of feels impossible, right? Like, the idea that stepping here is going to somehow cause a sequence of actions to happen that will trigger the portal in 2 turns, I guess. Or 3 turns? 1. It depends how you count it, but yeah, 2 turns, I guess. Assuming the portal doesn't become active before I push it. Does my push happen first? I don't know. I would guess so. Like usually like player interactions are the first thing to get executed. But again, don't love the idea that this depends on turn order implementation, but whatever. I think we're gonna have to deal with that. So yes, I'm complaining currently about not having any more information about how this ends. Now, is the delay a repeating delay or is it a non-repeating delay? I think it's a non-repeating delay, right? For the reasons that like there's the whole thing of I can make well, first of all, I can't like make something move because the swappers never swap something into a space that didn't have something in it before. I can't do the what do they call it? Like game of life type thing. Moving this way. That's not possible. So instead, something's got to be in this column, ready to become a laser to shoot the thing. Or the laser's in this column and something else is in the way. Now, the laser is basically the only thing that can trigger stuff to happen. It is surely relevant that there is a row along the bottom of here. The only way I can say that that might be relevant is that like the laser could be there and I'm like blocking it and then something's happening. But again, I think I tried that before and there's no way to have a thing above me ready to be like activated without it having already been activated. Unless something swaps there, I guess. Like, but then at that point, that's two things like already done. Unless, hold on, okay. So I step here and I step here. Let's say that activates a thing, but then it's already activated. That's my problem. Okay, let's say it's already activated. Or let's say it's the other one. Let's say it's this one that can't be activated by the laser. Well, I mean, it can be activated, but it can't be paired. That's not an interesting move. That's not a good move at all. Ah. I mean, that would be one way. I don't even really know what's going on there, but that would be one way for me to make this laser hit something at the top for the first time is by being behind that other swapper. But then we've got all three things over here. But I clearly need something over there. What if... I mean, is there a reason for this space? Like, why does this corner exist? Am I somehow pushing this laser? I'll get you out of the way. Like here, and that does something interesting? But then I'm in this position. Or I leave the laser there, and if I have something paired with me, I could like swap places with it. So like, for example, like this. I'm there. Could I make that do anything interesting? No, because I can never activate that thing anymore. I mean, I guess I could have done it with the other one as well. It doesn't have to be that thing. So is there some way that could do something? How? Is there some way that could do something? It could like see the other swapper, but I'm currently paired with this in this situation. What are we saying? And again, something's got to be over on the right-hand side. But what and how is it going to be relevant to what's going on? It's like something's got to swap over there. That bottom row is making me think that maybe we have you. Oh gosh, go away, please. Oh, go over here. Yep, thanks. Have no, that doesn't make any sense. So say I have these two pairs. Like have this over here. Not feeling good. In fact, so you're paired with you now, yeah, because you just swap places. I mean, what happens if we do this? Nothing. Nothing useful at all. Hold on, so with you two not swapping places, well, I guess I'll have to accept that you will swap places. And then just put you at the bottom instead. Why do I think that's useful? I don't know. My thinking is, like, laser here, somehow I interact with it in some way that does something interesting. And then laser swaps with thing. I guess it doesn't have to be pointing at it. But then for this to get activated, the laser have to be somehow below it, but it can't be. So no, it would have to get... It'd have to be there and not be seeing the other lasers somehow. Have to be there and not seeing the lasers somehow. I mean, it could be. Ooh, is there an idea in that? What if you are like already paired to a thing? Yes. Do I have an idea? Do I have an idea? Okay, you over here. Can you get past? Oh yeah, you can get past this. So you're pre-paired. Oh gosh, not that. And you're... No, you can't be paired with each other. But okay, let's just do this. So then you're here. Nah, it doesn't work because I can't... I mean, even if I did this, like what? What was the idea? You're prepared. Oh, do I want them the other way around? Oh, maybe I want them the other way around. Yes, okay. So don't put you against the bottom. Put you against the bottom. Over here. Get these two past each other without hitting the laser. There's something in this, because you're going to swap there. Then you are going to grab the thing, and the laser's going to go over there. Okay, there's like a piece of something here. There's a piece of something here. It's not really a delay, though. At least certainly not... I mean, I guess there is a delay between like this and that. Okay. I mean, what if the laser isn't at the bottom, and instead we do it like, but I'm still going to be in the same position. Like if we do this. Wait. Oh, that doesn't work because... Why doesn't that work? Oh, yeah, because the other one would have to be in the same row, of course. When were you there? So we'd lift you up, we put you here. Like, I mean, I'm still 2 steps away before... Like, I can't push up on that turn, so I need to be somehow 2 turns behind. Or 2 turns ahead, or whatever. Is there like another swap I can do? Because I do realize I'm not using... No, I am using... That one is currently... Okay, so wait, you currently aren't paired. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell which one's which. You currently aren't paired. So is there something I can do where there's like an extra swap here? If we are paired... don't love it happening there. So let's get you back away from that column, in fact. Row. Okay. If we are paired, and then I get these around each other, not that way, this way, that's fine. And then we still put you on this bottom row. Why did I lift it off the bottom row? I don't remember anymore. And then we do... No, this doesn't make sense, right? No, it's the left pointing one that has to be on the... Yeah, hold on. Sorry. So what, you're going there, left pointing one here. So what's that going to do? You're going to swap with that. But then what's that got to do with me? Nothing. I can't even imagine what's going to happen here. Okay. Well, not good stuff. There was some idea in what I was doing. Can I remember what the idea was? Where was I? What was I doing? I was doing something good, I think. And then it all fell apart. Oh no. Okay, hold on. So the idea was, let me unattach to you. Okay, unattach. Then get these two around each other. And let me rethink about the thing that I had an idea about. That's fine. Although I think I was doing it on a different row, but maybe it doesn't matter too much. It does, because the other thing. So I think I was doing it like this. I was doing this. And it gave me an idea. What was the idea? The idea was... Or maybe I was doing it on... Was I doing it on the row below? Maybe. Like, still, it's basically the same, doing it here, except that the downwards one is there. What's actually happening there? Oh yeah, that's swapping with that, of course. Then all that stuff happens. So what was my idea? My idea was... So that's putting that there, but I haven't paired the downwards facing one with anything. So what if, like, the downwards one facing one isn't... What if the downwards facing one isn't what? Okay, what if they're paired to each other? And I push the downwards facing one into here. What would that do? Pair to each other and I push the downwards facing one to here. That only unlocks the downwards facing one, which would then flip over to there. And there would be... Ooh, what's the timing there? Like this would then be in the laser. That's interesting. Okay, pair them to each other. Which is, sure, it's an interesting thing to have to do. I have to get you away from that column again, that row. Okay, if they're paired together, that's fine. And then I'm pushing the downwards facing one into here. So there's going to be like a double flip, I guess. In theory. I can just test that on any row, right? I guess the idea is to test it on the laser. So if I do this, you've gone there, then you're going to flip back again. Then you're going to pick up the thing. That's quite a long delay. Okay, that feels good. This feels promising. Am I doing something? Am I doing something? What am I trying to do right now? I think maybe... how do I set this stuff up? Do I want it on a different row? Maybe. Hold on. When did I put you on that bottom row again? La, 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 la. This here is... So is this a long enough delay? No. Oh, I've got to be close to something though, right? I've got to be. I'm worried there's like some even longer delay that's possible that involves like me swapping somewhere, that's terrifying if that's the case. Because like after like the first swap, the downwards one could actually pair with another thing, and there could be like a whole series of cascades that happen. Is there a way for me to do the same move but not be over there? How would that work? I would have to basically be here. I don't see any moves I could do from here that would do that. I could, of course, do the thing I was doing before, but it's just going to get things in my way if I do this kind of thing, right? And I can't get past it either. Okay. It doesn't help to do things. Oh, I mean, I can't do it upwards. If I push you upwards, then you're already pointing at the thing. Is there another level of delay I can add? Is the concern. I don't think so, because ultimately, like, two things need to be over here to be part of the like initial interaction that happens. Like it's going to have to be the laser hitting something, and one thing has to be over here. So, but could one of the things over here be me? Is I guess the question. And I like pair or I don't pair. Oof. Oof. So right now, my delay comes from pushing this downs one in front of you. I get that much delay. It's like 3 turns, I guess. So rather than happening now, or it's like 2 turns, I guess. Yeah, 2 turns. Not quite enough. So like 1 extra turn of delay, if possible, would be nice. Well, the only other way that could work is if I can somehow get you... This will activate you, though. But if I could get... Yeah, I want to not activate you. I want you to be there, but not activated. How do I do that? I don't, clearly. I mean, I can do it by having... I mean, it's technically achieving the thing I said. How do I have you there? But like having this here. Is there some way I can swap the laser into position? Oh. Is there any world in which... Is there any world in which... Because this is a delay of 2. And to get into this, they've had to have paired with each other. But is it possible that one of them actually begins paired with me, then gets paired to the other, then ends up in this situation, then swaps again, and everything's in the right place? Is there any feasibility of that? I can't tell. I can't possibly imagine that situation. It's too complicated. What am I saying? So I'm saying, once again, that like somehow something's paired with me. Probably if there's like laser here, something here. Yeah, I push something in. Okay, let's imagine that happens. I push something in. It means you can't be on this row though. So then this would have to be on this row anyway for the laser swap to happen. And then no, because like I need you to pair with that, but that thing's all the way over there. Is there some way it could not be? Is there some way this could be over here already? And I guess I'm pairing it now. It doesn't make any sense. No. What am I saying? So, is there any way that... Is there any way that I can get these two paired up? Like it could happen horizontally. Like what if I've already paired the downwards one with the left's one, and then I do something that pairs the leftwards one with the downwards one, and then somehow... Yeah, maybe that's doable. Oh, that might be doable. Hold on. there's something intriguing there. So let's start again. Let's pair the downwards one with the leftwards one only. And then pair the leftwards one with me. No. Oh, now I'm forgetting. What? I can't pair with two things at the same time. We tried that kind of experiment last time, right? Yeah, like how could you see two things at the same time? You couldn't. Oh, what was I saying? We can get two things paired with one thing. That is possible. Is it? Wasn't there a problem with that? I think there was a problem with that. Although I want to think about that again because it does seem like an interesting setup, but not before I've fully thought through what I'm thinking through right now, which is what that. So does this have undo through restart? Let's find out before I continue. Yes, okay. So they're paired like this. The idea was that maybe I could add an extra level of delay by them actually not being paired yet. And so the first action that happens is that they become paired. That would swap them over. The first action that happens is that they become paired. That swaps them over. Then one of them gets hit by the laser. I mean, we'd want it to be... Oh, actually, could we do it with the laser over there? No, because the downwards facing one can't pair with the laser. Okay, hold on. This is so hard to think about. Oh, the spacing here is just so tight. So first move pairs them, but then that would put the left of what facing one on the left side of the level, which could get activated, which would switch them back. But then that would just pick up. We wouldn't get the extra. We'd lose a delay from this one being activated. I think. I think, but I don't know. How much delay is it possible to get? What was the idea? The idea was they're not currently both paired, but I do something like I push this in front of the downwards one, which would mean pushing it, because the downwards one has got to eventually point at the... Sorry, the leftward one has to eventually point at the laser, which would mean pushing this into the same row, which feels like a problem, right? Because then how's this laser ever activating anything? Yeah, that does feel like a problem. Is there a different pairing that could happen? Like, but right now I'm pushing the downwards one facing into there, and it does create a little bit of a delay. Where could an extra bit of delay come from? By it not being this that I'm pushing here. By it being... But it has to be this that I'm pushing here. If there were just a bit more space over here, I could do what I'm trying to do right now. And once again, it does not help to do it in this very bottom left corner, right? When were you against the wall? Come on, come back, laser. Come back, come back, come back, please. Come back, come back. Upwards. Oh, no, no, not you, not you. Yeah, no, yeah, no, no. Laser. Oh, no, not you. Laser, go upwards. Laser, please. Yes, okay. Is there some version where I swap with something here? I guess the downwards one. It pairs up with the other one. Well, no. It wouldn't. That would never happen. How? Is that somehow interesting that I can make a loop? Sorry. Let's make this loop elsewhere. Now become a thing. Somehow put the laser over there. Uh-oh, did not mean to do that. Ah. I am paired to both. How's that happened? I genuinely don't know. How has that happened? Nothing's currently paired. Is it? So it is possible to pair to both, but it's not possible to activate both. That was the thing. I can't really make double chicken. That's not an option. I mean, is it? Can I do something with this though? Like, I don't know if I can pair the laser to both. I mean, I definitely can't pair the laser to both because it can't pair to the downwards one. So if anything's pairing to both, it's me. Is it useful somehow? How would it be useful? So short, once again, laser could go here. And I could do something to the effect of this and swap. It would go specifically into that position. How would that lead to something good happening? Or would it lead to anything good happening? I could push them both together. Is that somewhere useful? Not with it already paired to me, I guess. All the way around, I think it's also something useful. Except you can pick that up. Now they've just stopped though. I can't pair to the laser, that's not a thing. Again, nothing's ever there, so like, how could this ever result in something happening that is useful? It can't. So somehow the laser's got to go over there. I could do this, but again, this won't do anything. Unless somehow... Nope, I don't know. I do not know. Could I be over here and the swap happens? No. What to something over there? I guess actually that is possible. I could push something in front of a laser here. No, if I push something in front of a laser here and I'm the thing that's swapping, and I'm swapping with the thing here, I'm not going to end up on the other side of the level, right? Right? I think. If I push something in front of a laser here, then it's the thing that's getting pushed in front of the laser that's swapping. Oh, my head. Okay, hold on. I pushed something in front of the laser here. Let's say I pushed it like from this way and I did this. Went in front of the laser. And then somehow I end up over here. I don't see how that would happen. I'm trying to picture everything in my head. Pushing a thing here in front of a laser. The laser hits a thing. It causes a swap to happen. What swap would suddenly teleport me over here? I guess if I was paired to this one. No, hold on. If I was paired to this, and I swapped that into the laser. Okay, so back to like, if I'm paired with the left facing one, the downward form facing is paired with the leftward facing one, and then I push this in here. That would put the leftward facing one. No, hold on. With the laser over on this side. I forgot what I was even doing. I think. Downwards one is paired with the leftward facing one. So I do this. No, that doesn't make any sense. The leftward one facing one is just here. I can't have the laser both over here and over here. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Ugh. I can't exchange pairings. The thing has to see the thing it's pairing with. Was I more along the right lines before, or am I more along the right lines now? I'm not sure. Okay, I guess that is a way of getting these two. No, not paired with each other. Because you're already paired. I mean, what happens in... Ooh. I don't know. This is the other trouble here, is there's kind of multiple interesting setups. There's a setup of them both being paired to me. There's a setup of them both being paired to each other. It's not clear to me which one of those the puzzle is about. Like, those are what we called Scarlet Herrings in the Thinky Discord. It's like a red herring, but like it looks really good. It's like too good. So it almost feels like the puzzle should be about the other thing, but I guess it's possible. It's not a Scarlet Herring, and actually the puzzle's about both of those setups in some way, but that seems intractable. So I don't know how anybody has solved this puzzle, if that is the answer. Was I closer before? I don't know. Should I repair them together and keep thinking about that? It might at least like maybe I'm just trying to add like a little thing onto that is what I'm worried about. It's the little door. I'm trying to find the little door in that path. And it's the right path, right? Paired to each other. past. Yep. Oh. Okay, we can probably unravel this. Okay. Can we make a... No, they got all pairs. Thinking can I make a triangle of pairings? Like a love triangle, but no, it's not possible because the laser doesn't pair with stuff. Okay, those two are paired like that. But I can't get you away from that row. Oh, it's you that still needs pairing. Sometimes it's very hard to tell. You, okay. They're paired to each other. This is the closest I've had so far to like something being delayed. So I just stick with it. I stick with it until things work out somehow. If only I could teleport here. Oh, that's not even the right. Why is that not? Oh, because it's the other way around. They have to be. Guess, is it? Oh, also, yeah. This strongly feels like I'm doing something here, right? Like this corner being available. Like the only thing that makes sense in that corner is the laser. And it's there for a reason. The laser's definitely going here, but I don't get how or why. If it's not going there, then that's a communication issue, right? Like, why else would that corner exist if not for the laser in it? Or for like maneuvering around something, like if there's going to be a block here and I have to walk around it without pushing out of the way. But if neither of those things ends up being part of the solution, I'm going to be complaining about that corner. So that has done the job, but not the way I wanted it to be done. Is there some way of teleporting the laser into place? No. I mean, sort of, but no. Sort of, but no. Well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well do it on the row above, which I can't do now. And then we're back to being one turn away. Back to this situation. Oh. Because the other one has to come away as well. Yes, there we go. This. Oh, not that. This. One turn away. 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 What do I do? What do I do? I have to be in this space when all this goes down somehow. So somehow the laser's got to hit you. But these also have to be paired together. That's asking too much. I think if you're up here, is there something I can do where like I push? If you're up there, then the laser has to be up there. That feels wrong. However that goes. Like more stuff continues happening. the last turn has no effect on the portaliness of the portal. Once again, if laser's here, is there something I can do where I push a thing in here? And what? It swaps with me or something else. Like it could be you here, but again, you'd have to be on that row. So I was thinking like, oh, we could do this where this is just the infinite loop situation. Oh, it's not an infinite loop. Okay, no, it's not. Now I don't know what the distinguishing feature was. Oh, was this the infinite loop? Nope. I don't know. Is it just that they're the other way around? Maybe. Yeah. But now they're never going to pair to each other because one of them's free and it's a downwards pointing one. So if they're pairing to each other, they're pairing. I've got to do it. I've got to set it up. So if I've set that up, what do I do? If I've set that up, what do I do? Is there somehow some way to have you not being activated right now somehow? What would that be? Like if you're already... No, because activation is activation. There's no like, oh, I was already being activated the previous turn, therefore I'm not activating this time. No, it's if you're activated, you're activated. God, this is too difficult. Like that's my only delay so far. That's my only actual delay. So it's got to be somewhere along the right lines, right? And the good thing is it swaps the laser over there. So I can like activate something over here and it swaps the laser over there. That's the other good part of this. It's delayed and it does that. That has to be important. Has to be. That means having a thing over here. Having two things over here. And somehow something good happens. It really feels like the laser's supposed to go there. It really, really strongly feels like the laser has to go there. That's not a deduction. I get that. I'm totally going to accept that's not a deduction, as in it must go here because, like, if such and such and such, if I need this, such and such to happen, then therefore this must go here. That's not what I'm saying this is. What I'm saying it is, though, is it's a space that's available for something to go in the puzzle. And you could say, well, there's lots of spaces for things to go in the puzzle. But it's notable because it's A, right near the portal that I'm going to. It is notable because it doesn't align with this wall here. There's a wall coming down this bit here, and then it doesn't continue at the bottom. It sticks in a little bit. It's being notable. It's also notable because it's a bottom left corner. The two swappers in that position could have no effect. The laser in that position could absolutely have an effect. It's notable for a bunch of reasons. And I probably haven't covered all of them. But like, This it's strongly signaling laser goes here. If that's not intended, the corner needs to be filled in. But it's probably intended. Probably the laser goes here, and I have to do something that is smart, and I don't know how to do smart things because I'm not smart. I wish I could do that from the other side. But I can't because there's not enough space. Like, I basically have the answer if the level were different. If for a different puzzle, I have the answer. Is that useful? Let's end up doing this again. One more turn. No way for me to get you in position. Like, either you need to get in position or the laser needs to get in position. Can't push the laser from there. That's not possible. So. Is there any way that like doing that somehow triggers something? No. It's just sending a laser at the top of that other portal, but I can't have anything else there, can I? So no. Maybe this is where I stop. I said I'd do a bit at a time. I said I would do a bit at a time. But even if I could like make this step do the thing, I'd still be too far away. So somehow a previous step needs to get into like this situation. Well, not this situation. The situation before the swap happens. Somehow. But then how could the two things be paired up? Like, the only thing I can do before it is a swap. But if well, I could potentially make a swap happen, then a pairing to get it into the double paired thing. Then this sequence of things starts happening. But is that possible? I don't know. Swap. But it would have to involve doing something over here, which feels bad because I'm like much further away from the exit. Well, not the exit, but you know what I mean. Kind of the exit. So I think it would imply that, right? Because like I need to. Let's say instead of you going there, well, there is no instead of you going there. No, like this is the only set that there's anything that's even vaguely like a delay. I think I need to stop. I think I need to stop. How? I'm terrified there's a little door I'm missing. At the end of all these paths. People who didn't watch fully through the previous videos can be very confused by me saying, we'll talk about little doors. Talking about like getting to the end of a corridor in a state space and not seeing a little branch that goes off it. It's too complex to visualize. again, the other way around does nothing interesting, right? Mine's been that situation. What if you are... This can't be helpful. This is just the same situation, right? Well, no, because the swap can't happen. The swap can't happen. La, 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 la. There's got to be like one thing over there. Like, this has got to be close to the setup. Because there's going to be one thing over there that's going to swap the laser to it. And somehow I'm in a different position when that happens. Can I somehow stop it from doing any of this until something else happens? I don't think so. Wow. Wow. Can I, like, what I'm trying to see here is if I can set up, if I can get the double pairing to happen in a way that involves, but they're not going to be where they need to be, is the problem. Oh, okay, sorry. I keep thinking that's the one that's full, because it's got more white. That's surely the stuff that's going into it. Like, one of them's got to be over here while this is happening, and somehow, like... Somehow, something happens. I guess it's mildly interesting that if I have... Oh gosh. If I have... You... Oh gosh. Over here, and I step here. We end up in this thing. Do we? End up in this thing? I guess I could do that with you instead. Ah. Not what I meant. I was going to do the same thing though. Well, I can move out of the way, but... Nope. Doing anything is hard. Ah! Okay. Okay. That's just the infinite loop. Right. But it doesn't move the laser anywhere. Never would. Yeah, I'm getting into just try random stuff territory, which isn't the right territory to be in, so I will stop again. It has been an hour. That's what I said I would do. I mean, at this point, do I want, like, sort of nudges from people? Maybe. Do I ask on Discord or do I let the comments do it? The risk with comments is it's hard to restrict how much people say. Like it's hard to communicate how little I want to know. Okay, I want exactly one question answering. Is either... No, I want two questions answering. So we've got two interesting-ish setups that may both be Scarlet Herrings. One of them is that I can get paired to both of them. As far as I'm aware, there's no other thing that could get paired to both of them. Because the laser can't, and they can't... The thing can't be paired to itself. So yeah, one interesting situation is I can be paired to both of them. Another interesting thing is that they can be paired to each other. So the first question is, without telling me which one, so don't tell me which of those two options it is one of those two options part of the solution? Okay. Second question is, so this only applies if the answer is yes to the previous question. If one of those two things is part of the thing, and okay, so to be clear, that answer is yes or no question only. There's no, every time I've done this in the past, somebody's like, I'm going to say yes and then comma a bunch of other stuff. No, yes or no. That's all I want. I get that sometimes it's not as simple, like there's like extra stuff around it, but the question is, if at any point during the solution it's meant to be that I am paired with both of them or they're paired with each other, the answer is yes. Otherwise the answer is no. That's it. Stop there. Don't put a comma and continue. Okay. Second question is, if the answer was yes, so you can only answer this if the answer is yes. Oh, no, sorry, I was trying to make a clarification. The clarification was, if the answer is both of them involved, just still say yes. The answer is just yes. Second question is, if one of them is involved, at least one, then is there, how to phrase this, is there like another interesting trick that I need to do around that thing? Like it's not just that one interesting trick, there's another one. And so the answer to that would be yes, if both of the two interesting tricks that I've highlighted are involved, but also if only one of them is involved, but another interesting trick that I haven't thought of is involved. Does that make sense? So first question is, are either of the two interesting things, i.e. me being paired to both of them or them being paired to each other, involved, either of them or both? Yes or no? Second question is, if one or both is involved, is there another interesting trick that is paired with it? Yes or no? That's it. No commas. No other words other than the words yes and no. And that's me done for today. All right. Do I want a hint for the other one as well? Let's have a look at the other one. Maybe I do. Only question I've got for Walk Alone is, last time I was talking a lot about like, I mean, the answer has to be no, but like, I actually don't even know how to begin with this one, because I've literally proven that it's impossible to get something around here. I guess that's my question. Well, okay, so here's my question. So last time I proved that it was impossible to get something like at least like around this bend, right, up to this bit. So my question is my proof wrong or is my premise wrong? Right? Because like the two options there are that like actually there isn't a way for a thing to get like basically into this space. Like I was trying to figure out because they get into this space or this space, and I was like, went through every option. I was like, okay, let's focus it purely on that. The question is, these two spaces. I think last time I proved there was. I mean, obviously something can get into this space. Oh, I know that's the. I know something can end up there because otherwise the puzzle isn't solvable. How do I do this then? Well, okay. Let's focus on this particular space then that I'm standing in right now. I believe I proved that it was impossible to get something into this space. And obviously, if I did that, I would then push that thing up onto the yellow thing. Whatever. Is my proof wrong? Or does something just, nothing actually goes into space? That's ultimately what I'm asking, I guess. Either I'm wrong about my proof and it is possible for something to go here, or it's not possible for something to go here, and that's my proof is correct, and I just need to focus on something else, which I guess ultimately, if that's the case, means I have to get something. And to be clear, I'm not counting the chicken in this; it's just the other objects. If that's the case, then I need somehow something to teleport directly to this switch, which itself sounds impossible to me, but I guess another way to put that question is, am I putting something here and pushing it up, or am I teleporting something to the switch? I think it's basically the same question. Is that the question I want to ask? I don't know. I do not know. I guess it's the question I've asked. All right. Yeah, I'm not that keen on bashing my head against these puzzles for like many more videos. So getting answers to these questions may help in some way. If you do want to give a bit of a nudge that you're like, oh, I think this is a useful nudge, you can give it, but like do it. Answer the 2 questions I've asked, or the 3 questions I've asked, and do like a ... so I don't accidentally see the rest of your thing. Like do some new lines, some ... etc. And then stick your nudge at the bottom. And when I ask for a nudge, I mean a very subtle nudge. Like it could be something like, oh, you've had the right kind of idea, just like stick with that, or like look at this, like think about what this particular cell's like purpose is, like why does that exist, or count resources, like I managed to solve tool by counting resources, but I haven't managed to solve these 2 by doing that. But like something like that, nothing that is like actually saying, oh, put this here, don't do that. Okay. There's no way people will follow the guidance here, but whatever, I'm trying. Okay, I'll see you next time then. Goodbye.